All right, here's some med math to get you started. So the doctor's order is a 2 milligram dose, and what you have available is 1 milligram. So the thought process behind that, you would go ahead and put desired over have times quantity. Okay, so desired on the top divided by have. Desired over have will always get you where you want to be. Okay. So it's literally desired over have, and then you can always come over here and put a quantity if there is a quantity. Otherwise, you're just going ahead and putting what you desire to give over what you have. Okay, so then when you put 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom, and you divide 2 by 1, you're going to see I want 2 tabs. Now, before you hit submit, you look at it and say, does that make sense? I want 2. How many of those tabs am I putting in my hand? Okay. If I do this and I get a half, does that make sense? Probably not. What would a half of that tablet equal? 0.5 milligrams. Okay. So I would want 2 tablets given. Okay, let's go to the next one. The doctor ordered 10 and you have available 20. So go ahead and put your desired on the top, your have on the bottom. So how much am I going to give in that instance? Just got to make sure you put the right number in the right place. Okay, so if I look at that, my doctor wants me to give 10 milligrams. Every pill I have in my bottle is 20. Wait, that's double strength. In order to get 10 milligrams, okay, I would have to give half of that. So this one isn't a tablet, it's a milliliter. Milliliter equals fluid. So I would be giving a half a mil, 0.5 milliliters. So it's basically asking me if you had a 20 milliliter bottle, how much am I pouring out? Okay. All right. Next one. The doctor wants to give 3 teaspoons. How many milligrams is that? So the first thing I need to know is how many milliliters equals a teaspoon, right? So if I draw a little cup next to my paper and I write a line across at 5, a line across at 15, and a top line at 30, that's all I need to know, literally all I need to know. If I know, so I write my little cup and I draw one line and I put 5 there, and I put another line halfway up and I put 15, and then at the top I put a line and I put 30. That's literally all I need to know for the rest of my life on how to do these questions. Okay? So this is a teaspoon, little t. This is a tablespoon, big T. And this is an ounce, OZ. Okay, so from that I can say A teaspoon equals a half an ounce. Half of 30 is 15. So a tablespoon, I can also say, is 3 teaspoons because a teaspoon equals 5. 3 of them would equal 15. So I no longer have to remember how much is how much, because if I just remember on my little cup 5, 15, 30, I can never go wrong. Okay, so that being said, he wants me to give 3 teaspoons. So 3 of these. Okay, so every teaspoon equals 5 mils. He wants me to give 3 of those. What is 100 plus 100 plus 100? Because I know there's 100 every 5. That means 100 every 5. If I thought about it, and I put 100 over here, and I put 5 here, then this would have to equal, what do I need in 15? So if I times this by 3, I have to times this by 3, right? Okay, so I'm giving 300 milligrams because each 100 is in 5. Okay, awesome. So the next one, I want to give 250, and the pharmacist, gave me 500 milligrams in scored tablets. Go ahead, desired over have. As long as that's a scored tablet, like it says, I can go ahead and give a half a tablet. I'm giving a half a tablet for that because 500 to 1, 250 to a half, right? Fabulous. Next one. The doctor's order is 300 milligrams every 8 hours. Okay. And what I have available is 150 and 2 milliliters. Okay, here you go. Use your desired over half. Set it up for yourself. This is a distractor. I don't care about that. It's a distractor. So what do I desire? What did the doctor order? What I desire is 300. And I have available 150. And then this is where the quantity comes in. I times that by 2 because it's 150 per 2 milliliters. Okay, so 300 divided by 150 times 2. How much is that? Hopefully you got 4 milliliters. So 4 milliliters, if you think about this, if there's 150 in 2, wouldn't there be 304? It's a direct proportionate ratio. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. The doctor orders 2 grams. There's 400 milligrams in 5 mils. How much am I going to give? So the first thing I need to do is change milligrams to milligrams or grams to grams, right? One way or another. So if I want to change this to milligrams to make this easier, I'm timesing this by 1,000, and that would be 2,000. So 2,000 over 4,000 times 5, desired over half. So isn't 2.5 milliliters 2,000? So if I want half of this, I have to do half of this. 2.5 milliliters. Okay. The next one, I have ordered 40 and I have 100 per one. So put the 40 on top, the 100 on bottom. You can times it all by 1 if you want, but it's a mill. 40 divided by 100 should be 0.4 mils. 0.4 mils would be the correct answer. Seclor, 0.5 grams PO 3 times a day. And I have available 250 per 5. So how much am I going to give per dose? And it's in teaspoons. So I got to double check that I'm doing teaspoons here. Okay. So just remember that. So if I think about this, I've got to change this gram times 1,000 would be 500. He wants 500 and I have 250 per 5 mils. So I would want to give 10 mils, but 10 mils isn't what they're asking for. They're asking for teaspoons. So I know that 5 cc's, 5 mils equals 1 teaspoon. I would be giving 2 teaspoons in this problem. Okay. The next one, 27 milligrams, and I have 30 per one. So I just go ahead and put my 27 divided by 30 is 0.9. So 0.9, if I look at this syringe, a half would be 0.5. 0.5. This is a 2. This is a 1. 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. The line right before the 1. So I'm going to draw it up right there. 0.9, because 27 divided by 30 equals 0.9. All right, next one. Here we go, reading a label. So the patient is undergoing chemotherapy. The order is for 0.25 grams of this medication you have on hand below. What do I want to give? Okay, so first of all, I want to double check here. I need to change my grams. These grams have to be changed to my milligrams, right? Okay, so milligrams. So times that by 1,000 will move that decimal place 2 places. 3 places, 250 milligrams. So I want 250. I want 250 I want 250. So I look down there and I would be giving 125 milliliters of this. How did I get that? Well, I can put 250 over 150 times 75, or I can go ahead and look down here on my label, which says 2 milligrams per mil. If it's 2 milligrams per mil and I want 250 divided by 2 equals 125. Okay? All right. Just a little starter, 10 questions to get you through. Talk to you later.